Hey guys, welcome to the Model Citizen Podcast. We're your hosts, Hunter and Michaela. We are so excited to have you here. All right, let's dive in. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Model Citizen Podcast. Hello, sister, as if I didn't see you less than 48 hours ago.
Cover girl, dude.
Cover girl.
Literally, not only did we just see each other less than 48 hours ago, but we've been hanging out for a whole week.
Like,
are you sick of me?
No.
You tired of me
sad.
yet?
We are both just like
we're
got rocked.
Struggling. We got rocked this weekend, you guys. We're unwell.
Yeah.
If we can be so fucking for real right now, like I'm tired. My eyes are bloodshot. My body is sore. My tan is patching. It is
which we went into this weekend looking the best we've ever looked. We are leaving the weekend the worst we've ever looked.
I've never ever looked worse, and I've never looked better. The fall from grace is so real from this weekend.
It's so far down, and yeah, dude, it's just it's the alcohol, it's the chicken tendies.
Could it have been the fries? Could it have been the burgers? It could have been the carte blanche room service
at 3 a.m.
Guys,
we're coming off of the Sports Illustrated launch week. So to catch you guys up, the last we talked to you was the day that we found out that I was on the cover. That was last Tuesday. And ever since then, we had a crazy week. Literally that Tuesday, we did press all day long, which was so much fun and so crazy and so wild. And starting off that right off the bat, I wasn't sure going into CBS morning. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just change there. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to have hair and makeup there, on beforehand, and then I'll just change there. So I was just wearing a black pant and a black tank top and my Birkenstocks. And I had my heels with me, and I was like, I'm just gonna wear my Birkenstocks out there to walk in. But Michaela was like, why don't you put a heel on just in case? And unbeknownst to us, there were in fact paparazzi there. And thank God my dear sister, told me to put that little tiny kitten heel on, because can you imagine me getting just popped with an absolute Birkenstock and a black suit pant?
I'd much rather have you in a tiny little brown BB kitten heel a la Alexis Nears than have you in an absolute Birkenstock.
Yeah, which are and they're girthy Birkenstocks. I got them when I was pregnant, so my feet were bigger, and so they're a big mama Birkenstock, and they're my favorite shoes ever.
This is just a lesson to you guys that if you ever aren't sure if there's going to be paparazzi, just assume that there is and dress accordingly. And that's just how I live my life now.
Or if you're ever going to run into someone that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just wear the kitten heel.
Just wear the kitten heel. Just throw the kitten heel on.
Excuse us for literally yawning, guys. We slept. How many hours do you think we collectively slept since last Tuesday?
I think it was 4 hours a night, 4 or 5 hours a night, depending on the night. And when we got back, I slept for 12 hours from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Same. I slept, I think, 10. I think I went to bed at 7:30. I texted everyone and alerted my family, because I was it's early as hell for all y'all. And don't get stressed out if I don't respond.
Yeah. So CBS was crazy. So you guys know I flew out last Monday, and I'm so glad I came out for everything. Cause before you got cover, I was kind of well, should I come to Florida too? Should I make it a whole thing? And cause it's a lot, it's a lot just to plan. It's a lot to take on. So I was should we do it? I'm so glad I did, because we ended up having literally the best time. So I flew in Monday, got about 5 minutes with my niece and nephew, which just devastating that I barely saw them this entire time, but was able to hang with them. And then Tuesday was the official launch, and that's when we dropped the Patreon episode. It was we dropped the episode early on Patreon for you guys, as we always do, but we dropped on Tuesday. Normally we
as like
drop
a
it
little
Wednesday.
special
Just,
something.
yes, if you didn't know this, you guys, Patreon gets the episodes early. And
Mhm.
sometimes we may just drop an episode a couple days early. You don't know what we're going to do,
You don't
dude. We're
know.
absolutely unhinged now.
We're
We've
on it.
learned that
Things are
the
different.
sky's the limit. Yeah, Hunter's different. I'm different.
And
Like, everything's
honestly,
different.
all of you listening have been acting different ever since I got the cover. You guys have been listening different. You
You
guys have been
have to,
acting different, engaging
yeah.
different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tuesday was crazy. We went from one thing to the next. And then
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, we kind of had like, oh, by the way, on Tuesday, we saw Drew Barrymore was at CBS. And I just want to say, like, shout out to Drew Barrymore, who is just the sweetest person ever.
Mm-hmm.
I had done something with her over Zoom over the pandemic, and I saw her again, and she remembered me. And I was like, oh my God, Drew Barrymore, like, you interview so many people. That's so nice.
I
First of all.
know.
Second of all, I was like, I want to go on your couch and I want you to caress my hand. I want to sit crisscross applesauce across from you and
Mm-hmm.
just stare into
Braid
each
each
other's
other's
eyes
hair. Yeah.
and braid each other's hair. I want you to like
Oh,
ask me deep things. I want to cry with you
yeah.
in real life.
No.
So that's that.
Also so tiny in person. Like, I don't think I've
A
really seen Drew Barrymore in person. And I didn't even know it was her because I was like, who's this tiny, small, itty bitty
Oh
person?
my God, a
So
I just
small.
want to like literally put her in my pocket and live with her. I
Mm-hmm.
want to live with
Live
her.
with her.
Um,
Feed her little
feed
tiny
her.
fruits.
Yes.
Also, you surprised Gail King with her cover. You and Kate Upton,
Yes.
casual. You guys went on to CBS and surprised Gail with her cover.
Which was so exciting. And she
Oh, it was so
genuinely
sweet.
didn't know, you guys. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, there's no way she doesn't actually know. No, she genuinely didn't know.
Yeah.
And she was so cute. She was like bouncing up and down. She's like, is this just for this segment?
It was
And we're
so
like,
cute. She literally was like,
no.
"Is it just for this segment?" And you
Oh,
guys were like, "No, you're on the cover, the actual cover."
and she
It
looked
was so cute.
gorge.
Yeah, she looked incredible and she was just so sweet. That was wild, dude. And like the way that you were like bouncing around to different sets and stuff, it was like, "Okay, you're going to go here. Now you're going to go here. Now you're going to go over there." It was just like is so chaotic that entire day
But
in like the
so
best
fun.
way. Then we went over to Sirius. Right? Isn't that what we did? We did Sirius after that. I'm saying we as
Yeah,
if was like
you
physically a part
were.
of this. I mean, I
And we
was
did.
there. I was in the background. So if you guys hear like a hee hee in the background of any of this, it was me. So we went to Sirius, and that's where a bunch of the other girls were.
Yeah.
And you guys were on that show. I don't know the name of it.
I think it's called.
It's called Dudes and Beers and Trucks.
I don't know what it's called, but they were so sweet.
They were so sweet. It was like a sports show or something. And it was like
Yeah.
you, Camille, Cammie, Brooks, Kristen, and Queen Lauren Chan.
Yep.
And it was all of you guys. And like it was these two dudes that just were like two frat boys. It was
Yeah. We were just
the
like,
funnest. It was such a good interview though. And I think it actually comes out
it came out already.
did it already? I thought it comes out
Uh-huh.
on Thursday. Okay.
No, you can check it on Mad Dog Radio.
Mad Dog Radio, you
Mad
know?
Dog Radio.
Like, am I like what?
You
Mad
guys
Dog
know.
Radio.
You listeners know.
Yeah, you guys know.
And then we
I
went
think
to
our
Self.
listenership really overlaps.
It really does. Like sports
With
radio and Model
Babs.
Citizen podcast is
Mm-hmm.
such an overlap that it's almost
Mm-hmm.
like I was like, I don't know if I should do this because this is like almost competition, like direct
Right.
competition.
The Venn diagram of their listenership and ours is a circle.
It's just one circle.
Literally just a circle. So yeah, so we did that. And then you just like traipsed over to Oprah, you know, not another
And
Oprah
Self
stint.
Magazine,
And Self
not
Magazine.
another Oprah stint, dude. Just like truly my queen.
It's just so crazy that you hung out with Oprah and Gayle King in the course of less than a week.
I mean, and then a week prior, I was simply in bed being like, where am I going to work? Like, I'm
Yeah.
going to go and like apply because I just was like, and that just goes to show you guys the power of manifestation, the power of prayer, the
Yeah,
power of
Hunter was
vision
ready to sign up at
boards.
Starbucks and
I'm
become
not even kidding. I'm
the
like,
prettiest barista you ever did see.
I'm just such a person where I'm like, no, I'm going to be steadfast in prayer, steadfast and like just manifesting only good things for me. So,
Dude, I'm steadfast in Stedman.
bro,
You know what I mean? Steadfast and Stedman.
Michaela.
You know what we haven't done? We didn't even talk about your Oprah thing. So I feel like we're gonna have to
We
save that
didn't?
No, because it happened in between.
Okay, well, I just want to say one thing. I have met many a celebrity in my life, and I'm not trying to do
Bragging.
this as in a name drop kind of way. I have
Bragging.
met
It's
Many.
millions.
Some would say all of them.
Right.
And now I have never met a more personable, humble, kind, funny, incredible woman
Thank you, but what about Oprah?
than Oprah. Literally. Like she is everything. She's everything you've ever
Mm.
heard
She's
about her.
mother.
She is mother. She's wonderful.
Mm.
And like I was so nervous. Dude, I was
I
so
know.
nervous to meet her because it's like that is somebody where I'm like, okay, I rever her
Of
in that
course.
aspect of like the way that she has broken so many boundaries, her career, everything, the way that
Mm-hmm.
she speaks to people. Like she's just it. And
Yeah.
so to meet her was truly like meeting an idol. And then
Yeah.
just to have like we had some conversation, which you guys will see at a later date, but it was just very, very cool.
Yeah. I think you were definitely changed from that conversation.
Yeah, I'm different now. I'm definitely different now after
You're
that,
you're
more
absolutely
than anything.
insufferable at this
I
point,
mean, I am.
and you were bad before, but now
It's unbelievable. It's literally
I'm
like
taking auditions for a new co-host because you've just the ego,
ego is through the roof, you
which is such
guys.
an absolute farce because you couldn't have been more of a humble cover queen this entire week. So that was like press day, and that was absolutely crazy. And that was also just your phone absolutely blowing the fuck up. And it was just so crazy. I was so glad it finally dropped because that keeping that secret for a week from literally everybody was
I
like,
know.
everyone was like I'd be like getting all my stuff done to come out, and they were just like, so like, what are you guys going to be doing while you're in
We're like
Florida?
nothing, Janet.
Like none of your
Stop
fucking
asking.
business. But then there's like people I wanted to tell
I
that I
know.
like couldn't tell. But anyway, so that was like so cool. And then everyone just reaching out and congratulating you because it was just obviously, and I've said this in like all of my captions and stuff, but like everyone who saw this cover and reached out to you was like, this was so well deserved. And just,
Oh, so nice.
oh my God, you guys, it was just like insane. So that was Tuesday. And then Wednesday was kind of like our prepping for the
We
weekend.
literally had like a 5-hour facial. I'm not even kidding you guys.
Literally
Like we
a
got so
5 hour facial. It was
we got so
insane.
snatched. Like a shout out to Alania Aesthetics. If you guys are in the New Jersey, New York area, I don't care if you're in Manhattan, you need to
Mm-hmm.
drive to Westfield, New Jersey to go to Alania Aesthetics. Go see Lika. She's the owner and she has every freaking machine under the sun that
Mm-hmm.
just like does all the good things for the face. Like I
All of
just
them.
I've been going to her for the last like 6 weeks once a week and just to kind of like prep
Yeah.
and
The
she is
faces were
amazing. So
snatched.
shout out
Mm-hmm.
to her. But so we did that. We got spray tans and then Thursday was the big launch night, which was like red carpet fun. We got picked up by a car, went to Hard Rock, got ready, chilled. And it's always so funny because we were talking how, you know, Michaela and I had quite literally all day to get ready. And yet the last like hour before
Right.
hitting the red carpet was the most chaotic, rushed. Like you would have
Yeah.
thought we were just starting to get ready the way that it
Right.
was rushed.
Right. And like literally like changing outfits in the last minute, trading earrings, like switching out shoes. I mean, we literally had all day to get ready.
Yeah.
But y'all know how it is. You know how it is.
You
You
want to
have
like here's the thing. If you're going out, if I'm going out for
Mhm.
like a party or something or even a dinner, I want a solid 2.5, 3 hour time frame.
Yeah.
Michaela's even longer. Like she
I
will
want
be
like
even
an eight
longer.
hour.
We're on an 8 hour time frame. Like I want to sit there. I want to have like multiple beverages. I want bathroom
Yes.
breaks. I want to watch my vlogs. I want to like do
Yes.
my individual lashes. Like I want to do all of the things. And then after that, I want to be able to chill
Yes.
and
Eat.
then eat. And then like
Yes.
that's just how it goes.
Yeah. I don't know how people can do like the chaotic getting ready within 40 minutes for things. Like that to me, I'm just
Like just
like,
slapping makeup on. Like I just like
yeah. No,
I can't.
couldn't be me.
So we did launch night and that was just so crazy, you guys. Like it was just insane how people were coming up to me and I was like, "Oh my god." You know, like obviously Chrissy Teigen and John Legend were there and they were like, "Congratulations." And I was like, "Thank you, Chrissy Teigen and John Legend." Like what? Like thank you. You know,
Thank
like
you, Chrissy Teigen and John
yeah,
Legend. Like what?
like Patrick Mahomes
Thank you,
and
Patrick
Brittany is like,
Mahomes.
thank you, Patrick Mahomes. Like I was just like, what's going on? It was just like very very
Surreal.
cool, very
Yeah.
surreal. To see like my photo on stage next to like Kate Upton and Chrissy Teigen and Gail King.
Yeah.
That was very fun. And then the next day, what did we do, Kayla?
Well, we didn't even talk about the special guest, the special musical guest. And
Oh,
if you
the
followed us
special
on
musical
Insta, if you
guest.
follow
I don't know if
me
I
on
posted.
Insta, okay, well, if you follow me on Insta, Ja Rule was the musical guest. And when I tell you
Way you
guys,
do.
Hunter not knowing a single lyric, the song's been out for 20 years.
I know, dude. Honestly, it was Ja Rule, and then who was it? Fat Joe.
Fat Joe, dude. It was honestly iconic. And what was great is I feel like everyone in there was between the ages of people who like were really raged during the time when he was at his like initial peak.
Yeah, it like healed my Y2K heart. Like I was like,
Literally.
okay, where's Ashanti?
Well, what's so funny is like I heard Ja Rule's music and then I was like, oh my God, it's Ja Rule. And everyone was like, ha, Ja Rule. And I was like, yeah, LMFAO. Like, it's so funny to hear Ja Rule, like, yeah. And then I turned around, it literally was him. I was like, oh, it's actually Ja Rule. I was like, only here was that like this situation,
Dude,
because I don't know.
that
I
is
just wasn't
so
expecting.
funny.
Ja Rule wasn't like on my bingo card for the night. It just like
No,
wasn't.
neither was Fat Joe, which
No,
is
neither was
so
Fat Joe. What an
funny.
extra little treat. I never thought that Fat Joe would be like the treat of the night, like the
Well, and
little
it's funny.
extra.
You know what I didn't realize is how many Ja Rule and Fat Joe songs I know and love. Like I
Right.
like you like hear them through the years, and you're like,
Mhm.
okay, like I like that song, but you don't really like know, or
Right.
I don't actually. And
Sure.
so I was like, oh, I know all like they're all bangers.
Right. Literally, the man
They're
has
all
not put out
bangers.
a song that wasn't a banger. So
Like
I
so,
want him to come back and like make new music. Seriously.
dude. I think he's dropping an album. I'm not kidding.
Thank the
Like a new
Lord.
album.
If
Yeah.
okay, if we can get him and Rihanna to drop some music, the way that we got a Kanye car before we got Rihanna music has me up in arms. But that's for another
It's
episode.
sick. And so, Ja Rule, come on the podcast. We know you're a citizen, and
And
come
also, we met
and
Ja Rule many years ago, and you guys, I think we've told that story before. But if we
yeah,
haven't, we may save that for the Patreon because we did meet him
we
many,
did it,
many
and it was a
moons.
very, very
Interesting.
interesting, bizarro
Mhm.
meeting.
I think I still have the
Anyway,
CD he signed, but anywho,
oh
I'm
god,
going to be selling it on monolithlisten.com. What was so crazy was seeing what was so cool is because it was, you guys, we've told you that it was the 60th anniversary. And they had all of the covers for the last
hmm
60 years all around like all around the room. And it was just so cool. It was like all of the covers and then on the actual stage where everything was going on was just you four,
I know, which is
basically.
crazy, dude. I
It was
didn't
just
even clock
like,
that until I started looking back at photos. I was like, oh wow,
yeah, like it was like, oh my God, all
it's
these
like
covers.
tying it
And
all
then like
together.
the four, like it was like, that was
Oh,
so
it gives me
cool.
chills, dude.
I
We
know.
we
Give me
really had
chills.
such a fun freaking week, guys. God.
Freaking week. We're not even,
So
we're not even in Florida yet.
we're not even in
We're
Florida.
not even in
And like we're
Florida
telling you girlies this because we've heard from you and like we know that you like this stuff because it's like who does it?
behind the
Like we're all
scenes.
like hanging out, right? We all got like an eye mask. I hope you guys are eating something like deliciously yummy or like
Mhm.
maybe you're laying in bed, snuggle buggles. Like we're just
Yeah.
gonna tell you guys the deets, right? Like, and we're not saying this anywhere else. Like this is a Model Citizen exclusive. So
Yeah. No, no one can know.
Friday we go on a
Oh,
PJ.
not the PJ.
Not the PJ, you guys. Like
Wheels
I
up.
don't wheels up at 9:30 sharp.
9:30
Never
sharp,
is
dude.
wheels up at 9:30 sharp.
No.
But which
But
was
it was
very
like
cool.
all the models, by the way, guys. It was like
Everybody, even
all of the
Tyra.
girlies, Tyra Banks, the whole crew just piled into buses and then onto a beautiful PJ. Like and then me.
With
It was
like
like
bags,
me. It was
goodie
like
bags on board. It
goodie
was like
bags,
sponsored by
Tarte,
Tarte.
Tarte X Sports Illustrated swimsuit goodie bags on board. It was all the beautiful supermodels, like two people from Sports Illustrated team, and then me. Like somehow weaseled my
Michaela
way on.
Michaela was like the only like non like
Yeah.
in the issue girl. Like they were like, we know her, we love her. Like she's been around us. Like
Yeah. Like I just
she
get
can
to like I always say I'm like the little sister who's just
you
like,
are. Dude,
Mom,
and
can I
everyone
come?
thinks Michaela's the little sister, by the way.
That is true. That was actually wild that so
This
many
weekend
people
everyone
thought
was
that I
like, what
was
are
yours.
you, like 25? And I was like,
Yeah.
because they know
Dude, I'm
I'm 31.
youthful. I'm
You
youthful.
really
I'm
are
young. I
youthful.
got a round, freckly face, dude. I look like an absolute 10-year-old boy. And that's what it is.
No,
And I'll take it. Okay.
I'll take that
So
for
we were
you as
on the
well.
PJ and we had a lovely conversation with the one and only Tyra Banks, which
who is also, by the way, okay, so when I said Oprah was the kindest, I think Tyra Banks is like right up there with her. I'm not kidding. Like, you guys don't
so
understand.
kind.
Like, I grew up watching Tyra Banks on America's Next Top Model and the Tyra Banks show, like,
Mhm.
religiously.
Yeah.
I wanted to be on
We all did.
Antiem
Yeah.
so bad. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm watching these girls. I'm like seeing what they're doing. Like, Tyra is it. She is still it. And I learned so much from her. So to just like be having a full on conversation with her and just the things that she was saying, obviously, like that's that's a private conversation, but like the things that she was saying to me was so insane. Like, it blew my
Mhm.
mind and I was just like, whoa, what's
Yeah.
happening? Like, it was such a pinch me moment.
Yes.
Very, very cool. And it's just like fun when you do those sort of things, because it's not like a normal plane. Like, you can like get up and walk around and like you don't have to wear seat belts and just kind of like do your own thing,
Yeah.
which is really fun.
It's the only way to fly, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
How was your first PJ experience?
My first PJ experience was wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous, ruined me for life. Like, literally, my flight
Ruined.
from Florida home, I was just absolutely coach. And I was just like, I can't fucking believe I'm here. 48 hours ago, I was with Tyra Banks on a PJ. Like, do any
No,
of
like
you
that's the thing. Like,
realize?
life will humble you fast. Like,
It comes
the
at you
only time I'm
fast.
flying first is if someone's like, if like a company's buying for me. Like, I'm in
Yeah.
coach otherwise.
I
Like, let's be so for
literally,
real.
no, I'm with my YSL bag. I'm with my expensive
Yeah.
luggage. I am with my designer sunglasses in fucking 26C. Like,
I'm
you will
sorry. Yeah,
not
literally
catch me
same.
paying for first class. I
We're
just can't
middle
do it.
seat practically. Like, give me a B aisle. Like, I just like,
Literally, dude. I'm back with the toilet seats, bro.
I
Getting
can't
like,
justify.
no, I
I
can't.
can't.
I can't. I can
I'll
see why
suffer.
people, yeah, I can see why people would do it for like really long haul flights, like to Japan or something. I can totally understand why you would like splurge. But if
Yeah.
I'm just like flying to Newark, I'm not trying
No.
to. No,
No. Like,
that's
what, 3,000 off
crazy.
flight? No, no, no.
I'd rather go and visit you guys 4 times
Exactly,
than
dude.
one time first class. So yeah, so that's what we took to Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and that
We
was
landed
cool.
in and we landed the flight took off and landed straight into somebody's mouth. And we got off the plane and it was the inside of some guy's mouth. And it was hot as hell. It was like
Florida was
96,
crazy.
100% humidity.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I've never felt
Unreal.
weather like that. I'm being so for real. Like, I'm not trying to be dramatic. Or like, this isn't hyperbole. Like, I deadass have never felt weather like that. It was so hot and it was so humid.
And
And
just so
it was,
dehydrated, so much so that
yeah.
right when we landed, they had like an amenity suite where they had like facials, and they had IVs and makeup being done and stuff. So Kayla and I got a facial and we got an IV bag basically for hydration. And Michaela's IV bag went from top to bottom in like 7 minutes flat. Like, the
It was
bitch was so
so
dehydrated.
it was so bad. The girl was just like, yeah, your friend over here is absolutely draining this bag. And I like thought I was drinking water. Like, I thought I
Yeah.
was keeping up with my normal.
Isn't that
No.
insane? Like,
Yeah.
I wish I could always have a hydration IV. Like, that's what I
Oh,
want. With some
hydration is
B12.
the sexiest thing in the world to me. Is
It is.
like,
And you like felt nausea before
I
and
did.
you
I
were
felt like
feeling better
sick.
after.
Yeah, I felt like sick because honestly, it was just so much drinking. Like, and it's not really something that you and I usually do. We're not like out here
No, this was before
doing.
drinking.
Well, okay, but like it was the night after though, because when we were
Oh,
in
yeah,
Florida,
yeah,
there was
yeah,
drinking
yeah,
there.
that's true.
And then also when we were like, or in New York, and then we were also drinking during the day on Thursday, kind of. Like, we had like a shot, a
Oh,
couple
yeah,
drinks.
that's
You know what I mean?
true.
So it was
Yeah.
like, and as much as it didn't affect us mentally or anything, it's not like we were like, woo, like there was none of
Yeah.
that. We were completely sober basically the entire time. You guys know how we do. I think it affects the body so much still, like, regardless.
Oh my
So
God, I know.
anyway, we were absolutely IV'd the fuck up, which was so amazing. I was not feeling good and I felt great after that IV.
It's amazing what like hydration will do. I'm telling you, like when
Yes.
people really do be onto something when they say drink
Mhm.
water.
They're really like,
I'm
they're
starting to
kind of,
catch on.
I'm starting to like understand what they mean. also the guy was absolutely looking for a vein to poke on me
Same.
for like 10 minutes. And I kept
Same.
being
I'm like,
like,
I'm sorry, I'm fat. Like, you're never gonna find it. Like, I'm just gonna have to tell you where the one good one
I know.
is.
I'm like, I know that you just like were with Ellie Thuman, who probably took you 0.2 seconds to find a good juicy vein on her. But like, I am absolutely just layers of
I
fat that you're gonna have
can't.
to get through.
I know, dude. I'm just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, every other girl here is gonna be an easy time. Like, I'm gonna put you to work. Like,
Yeah.
Michaela and I are gonna be the ones to put you to work.
We're gonna be the ones, dude. You really thought you were gonna come here and just poke a couple supermodels and be on with your day?
No.
No, sir.
Time
No,
to get
sir.
out your phlebotomy training. Um,
Phlebotomy training, not phlebotomy, dude.
dude, it's
I
phlebotomist,
know
isn't
it is.
it?
I'm so glad you knew that,
I
though.
know. Smart. So we did that. And then that night we had like the welcome party, which was so much fun. So great. I wore a corset that just literally cinched me in for my life. Like I here's the thing. When I put on that corset, I want to know how
Mm.
Kim Kardashian did it for the Met. Like she must have literally had multiple people pulling her in.
Yeah.
And she like you can't sit in it. You
No,
can't
you can't
like
sit.
breathe. Like
I think she had duct tape too. I think she duct taped her waist, which is
oh my god.
guys,
So
there's
much.
something to a corset. Like I get why they were used back in like the Victorian age. I understand because it really do be cinching you in. Like
Like for
you
real.
get that hourglass shape. But the way that Kim Kardashian does it is just such a level that is like, ugh, it like makes my stomach hurt, dude. It makes my kidneys like
Oh
bleed
my
just to
god, dude.
think
I was in
about
that
it.
thing for an hour and a half and I will say like that is maybe one of my most coveted pieces in my closet, but
Hmm.
it was a feat. It was a
It was
feat.
a feat. And you had
So,
all of your outfits custom made, let me just say.
dude, I
Because I
had
feel like there's going to be a lot
shout
of like,
out
tag the item. And it's like, can't.
most of them. So like
Most. Yeah,
most of
yeah,
them
yeah.
were custom because y'all know, okay? If
Mhm.
you're anything above a size, I don't know, 12,
Yeah.
you're shit out of luck if you want anything cool.
Right.
So I had a lot of it custom made. Shout out to my stylist, Margot, who is absolutely incredible and killed it.
Yeah.
But I will say that these people who made this stuff for me were so happy to do it. And I hope that they can just continue seeing the benefit of it too.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a whole
okay.
conversation too, as far as like,
Yeah.
we'll get to that though one day. One
Yeah.
of these days.
So, okay, then what?
So then
Well, on
after that,
Saturday.
so then Saturday was also kind of crazy. So Saturday was well, Friday night was like the welcome party, right?
Yeah.
Which was like so fun. Although I will say where it was located, my shoe absolutely kept getting caught
And
in
it
the
was over
slats.
water.
And it was over water. And guys, I dead ass broke the
The
dock.
slats.
It was like a dock. It was like a big long dock that went to like cabanas everywhere. And my
Also, it's like, of
heel,
course, the plus girl.
of
It's like not because of you. It's because you're
course.
healed. But it's like, of course, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, the plus
The plus
girl
girl
broke
broke
it. It's like,
the plus girl
God,
broke the floor. I'm like, of course I did, you know. So there was that, and
yeah,
that was very fun.
very fun.
And that's when I think did we go back to the hotel room? And is that when we had food and I got cake?
Yeah. So Michaela, so Friday night, I was toast. So
You were
Michaela was like,
toasted.
we got back in and we were like, okay, let's like kind of go back a little bit early. We did a little bit of an Irish goodbye,
Yeah.
and I wanted to just get a good night's sleep because I knew that Saturday I really wanted to be well rested. So and we did that. And then Michaela, it's like what, 11 at
Yeah.
night. And you're like, I'm going to order something yummy. And
Something
something
yummy.
yummy is
Mm.
like Michaela and I will send each other something yummy for our birthdays or if like we want just like a little treat. And Michaela orders a full on like piece of chocolate cake that was like, if you've ever been to PF Chang's and
The
you've
Great Wall
ordered
of
the Great
Chocolate.
Wall of Chocolate,
Yeah.
that's basically what it was. And I
It
was
was
so
massive.
tired. I felt drunk. I've never been that tired before. I was
Mm.
talking and I was like, Michaela was talking to me and my eyes were, you know, that like I felt like I was high. You know, when I had my
Right.
out of body experience where I was looking at myself above myself, like my body was floating. That's how
Sure.
I felt that night.
Right.
Like I was so tired.
You did. You ascended that night. It was
I
crazy.
ascended,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. I was pulling
And
you
I was
down
like,
like a
save some
balloon.
cake. Even my subconscious was like, save some
You
cake.
didn't even remember that you told me to save cake either. I told you the
No.
next morning. You were like, you told me to save the cake that I didn't eat. And you were like, did I really? And I was like, yeah, dude, your subconscious is already looking out for you and your little
Unreal,
sweet tooth.
honestly. Like props to her because she gets it.
props to her.
She
And
gets it.
it was the funniest thing. I was just sitting there, like the hotel room was completely quiet because like obviously I wanted you to sleep. And I'm just like eating this cake by myself, like in the corner of this huge hotel room. And it was just like 12 o'clock at night and it was just dead quiet. And I was just like, clink, clink,
Nom, nom, nom.
just like being an absolute plus girl. But it was I'm like, I know that all the other girls ate like salads today, but like I don't give a
Listen, we don't
fuck, you
know.
guys. We had to be well fed for everything.
We had to be well fed. So that was amazing. And the cake was bomb because I had some the
Mm.
next day. I know you guys were all wondering. I know that was the question.
And then Saturday was Sports Illustrated. Was it Sports Illustrated Island? Is that what they called it? Or what did they
Sports
call it?
Illustrated Swim Island. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
That was
basically
cool.
a bunch of activations. They had like Gold Bond there, Tarte. They had different
Electric picks.
electric picks, different like activations where it was their eras. So like you got
Mm-hmm.
to like personalize a Sports Illustrated bag and do all these kind of like fun things. And it was really fun. Like it was, we kind of were able to do our own thing in the cabana, which was very cool. And it was just, also hot as hell.
I
Also
just
hot as hell,
and
bruh.
you had a totally different outfit planned. So like the
Yeah.
corset outfit, the black corset outfit that you guys, if you go to Hunter's Instagram, you can see. That was what you were gonna wear. Wasn't that what you were gonna wear on Saturday?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me thinking about that day.
Crazy.
An absolute black, like goth princess corset and a
Also,
long,
just wouldn't have gone with the atmosphere.
not at all, but that's okay because when you wore it, it was perfect.
Yeah.
All the outfits lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
So we did a very quick outfit change. So Hunter had like this totally different thing going on, and I was like, we were both like, I think that this isn't the vibe. Let's
Yeah.
change your whole look, right? And so
Thank God for you,
thankfully I'm
sister.
such like I'm not an overpacker unless there's events. Like if it's an event heavy trip, I'm gonna overpack probably. So we were able to put together like a really cute fit that was like so fit the vibe.
Yeah. It was
I
so
also
perfect.
that shirt that you wore, I've had to wash it twice to get the tanner out of it.
Dude, the way that I have so many white things that need to go into the
The trash at this point.
God,
Like
I
mine
know.
are also just like destroyed just from like me sweating through them and
I
just
know.
brown tanner. But the fit was so sick. And then you interviewed Tyra Banks
Yeah,
and
and Kate.
fucking Kate Upton,
And it
who
was
were
so
both
cool.
so complimentary of you. Like they literally like every single one of these models came up to you and was just like, your cover's amazing. You are amazing. No one deserves it more. Like every model you could ever imagine was just like
Which
as
was
they
like
should
so
be.
crazy to me. And
Yeah.
I'm like so humbled by it.
Is that still wild to you or are you just like used to it at this point?
No, I'm wild. It's wild, dude,
Yeah.
because these are all women that I look up to. They are my peers. They are people that like they're just incredible across all boards. Every single one of the women who was in all 54 of them who were
Mhm.
featured, like are incredible. And to hear any of that is like such an honor. And I'm so grateful and so humbled by it. And I don't think I'll ever get over it.
Yeah. I will
I don't
say
think I
like you never really know going into situations with all these different personalities and like these public personas, like you never really know what you're going to get from different people. But one thing I will say about the Sports Illustrated family and like that whole crew, and I'm literally not just saying this, like honestly, you guys know that I'd be so fucking for real. Everyone is so nice and
Yeah.
everyone is so sweet. And like the girls all have such like sweet, warm hearts. And like I'm always really humbled that they're so welcoming of like me because I'm not like technically supposed to be there, but I'm like, hey,
But you
how
are. You're
y'all
like part of
doing?
it. Y'all
How y'all
doing.
doing? Like I'm always just, but like they're always so welcoming, so warm. Like all of them are so kind to you because I mean, you were there before a lot of them. So I think
Yeah.
that they look at you as such an OG. And it's just so cool to spend that time and like it really just like feels like a sisterhood in a way,
It
which is
does.
like
And I know that
so
people
cliche to say, but
it's so cliche and I hate saying it, but I'm like, no, this is for real, for real. Like
it's like
everyone is
sister wives.
truly,
You know what I
literally, like
mean?
everyone is actually authentically so happy for one another,
Yeah.
which I have not experienced ever before, I don't think in my entire life
Yeah.
before I got into the Sports Illustrated family. Like I didn't have that in high school. I didn't have it in middle
Mhm.
school. I haven't had it like through my career except for in Sports Illustrated. Just women
Yes.
that are authentically, truly happy for
Yeah.
you and like champion you and mention your name in a room full of people, always let
Mhm.
you pull up a seat. Like they are the real deal, honestly. And that's just the way it is. And I think that's
It
why so
truly
many
is like, "You
people,
can sit with us."
yeah, and I think
vibes.
that's why so many people want to be a part of it because it's like so much more now than just like obviously getting your photo in a magazine and like just being just that honor, but it's like you get to be a part of something so much bigger and so grand and like a sisterhood forever. Like these are all girls who I, hope I'll be friends with forever.
Yeah.
And it was very exciting. That day was great. And then Michaela and I went back and we wanted to just get schmammed.
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 Absolutely. Hammered schmammered. We did go back and take a nap, which was
Oh
good, but
yeah, we
also
took a
bad because I took that nap and like I definitely needed it, but I kind of wish I hadn't done it because I was like, I woke up and I was just like, where am I? Like,
Dude, the
what's
thing about a
happening?
nap is that it can't be so short that you're like, "Oh, I'm
Mm,
still tired. I haven't like fulfilled that." But then it
yeah.
can't be so long that you're like, "Well, I'm in REM sleep now, and now I
Hmm.
have to finish
That
this
was
out."
I fucked up because I
Yeah.
did like a 2 hour nap and you cannot do that. It
Yeah.
has to be like a 30-minute nap. 30 minutes is
Solid.
primo. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Like
Um
literally.
And then we got dressed again, guys. We were turning the fits. It was fit after fit after
Fit
fit
after
after
fit.
fit. We went, we
Bus,
had
club,
dinner,
another club,
another
private
club. Yeah.
plane, club, bus. I
What's
mean,
crazy is
literally.
we didn't even leave the hotel this entire weekend because it's such
Mm-mm.
a destination, the Hard Rock in fall in Hollywood, Florida. Like it's such a destination that there's everything there. There's like restaurants in there. There's
Dude, the way
gambling.
I want to
There's
actually go back, it's so funny because when I got home, I told Martin, I was like, I actually like really want to go back to that. And he was like, "Oh, you want to go back to the big, huge suite, the fully comped room service, the beautiful environment, the paparazzi, the hair and the makeup. You want to go back to that? That's crazy." And I was like, you know what? You got me there. I was like, can you believe I want to do this again? No, but like the actual the grounds are, how bad
beautiful.
did we want to jump into the pools? There was
It's
like,
so
you
bad.
guys, it was so hot and humid, and all I wanted to do, because we were standing there in like short skirts and dresses, our heels absolutely to the heavens,
Yeah.
feet numb slash in
No,
horrible
are your
pain.
feet still numb?
My feet are
My
still numb.
my two toes that are next to like my big toe, numb. I
Hmm.
cannot feel them.
Numb. No, I'm touching
Numb.
one right now. I
Can't feel it.
can't feel
You
it
could put
at
a
all.
knife to it. I wouldn't feel it.
You could
And
literally
that
cut my
is a
toe right
problem.
off right now. Yeah. But no,
Um,
the pools looked so like
Dude, the
yummy. I
pools
wanted
are
to jump in them
insane.
so
Like they have
bad.
like
Yeah.
4 different like pools and like guys, these pools
They're
are
not even
basically
pools though.
take off.
They're like little
It's like
island
a
pools.
island. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And I wanted to go in them so bad. I
I
like,
know. We really have to go back for real, for real. Like
yeah. Shout
imagine
out to
that's
the
where we
Hard
take our
Rock.
vacation. Shout out to the
Imagine
Hard
if
Rock
we
in Hollywood.
literally, all the places we go to like Hollywood, Florida, Hard Rock. They would just be so random and out of the way.
So random. Also been there so
But
many times.
yeah, that's true. You have been.
So that was really fun. And then after dinner, Michaela and I, we went back. We changed again, guys. But this
Again,
time
dude.
we put on sneakers because I wanted to get down.
Yes.
We were going to the club after. It was like a 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And we were just like shots, 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 shots,
Shot,
shots,
shot,
shots,
shot,
shots,
shot,
shots.
shot, shot, shot.
Everybody, like literally
That was like,
sweaty,
yeah.
sweaty dancing.
We had our fans. And I mean
We
like our hand fans, but also the fans were there. We had we knew Neo was coming out eventually, so everyone was super hyped. We
Yeah.
left before Neo, sadly.
Sad. We were just so tired. You guys, here's the thing. Like we can
Come on.
party, but like more than anything, we can hang. And when we say hang, we can hang in the hotel room with
We
sweats
can
on,
hang
no
in the
makeup
hotel
on.
room. Exactly. But I feel like we woke up so early that day and then we literally were out till midnight. So it's like,
At least. Yeah, we
at
left at
least
like
in like,
12:30.
yeah, and I had to get up at 6 for a flight. So it was just like we gave all we could give Honestly.
We literally gave our entire bussy, which is my
We
favorite
put
thing
our
to
whole
say.
bussies into this whole thing. Florida owes us nothing. Like, we took everything.
Yeah.
We did everything.
There's
And
no crumbs.
not one crumb was left. Every fit ate. Like, we've been planning fits for months at this point without
Dude,
even knowing you were
4+4.
CoverGirl, dude. I'm so sorry, but this was God.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, people are like, what? How is it? And I'm like, well, you might think I'm crazy. But
You want to know how
God.
we put these fits together? The good
God.
Lord.
The good Lord above.
Good Lord above. He knew.
But truly, like, when things happen like that, and like whatever you believe in, whether it's God, universe, good intentions, whatever it is, like, put that forth and put that out there and be a good, kind human. Be respectful. Be on time.
Yes.
Ask about other people and their stories because people want to be heard. It's not all about you. Michaela, talking to you
Hunter,
mainly.
are you looking at me directly? I don't like how you looked at me directly in the camera.
And it's all that's all.
Yeah.
You know?
These are tips on how to be successful in the industry, you guys. Like, literally. People
literally,
ask all the
be
time,
nice.
like, we literally had people stopping us being like, how do you become a model? And it was just like, okay, well, that's going to be a whole episode, honestly. We've talked about it before, but like, whatever. But once you're actually in there, there is such a level of like, just be respectful, dude. Be timely, be respectful, ask about people, remember the people that you meet, talk, like, engage, get the fuck off your phone. Like, how much is it so annoying? Get off your phone.
Put it away and be on time, guys. Okay? Be on time. And
somebody
be
was
so
late
respectful.
one time and Hunter has not forgiven them, clearly.
Oh my God. For me, dude, the way that mom and dad raised us, they were like, on time is late and early is on time.
We will be
ifs, ands, or buts.
If we were going to our dad's for dinner and we were 2 minutes late,
we would get a phone call.
We would get a phone call immediately. Like, are you guys still coming, or are you guys just completely not blowing it off? It's like, Dad, I'm around the corner. Like, I'm so coming. Like, it's all good. But yes, we should definitely do a whole episode that's just like, you know, like how to get into the industry. But then like once you're in, how to just like make sure that, because like people talk, you guys, and you just like have to maintain respect and like, there's
and all of the biggest. You look at Tyra Banks, you look at Christy Brinkley. They're the most respectful, kind, brilliant. Ask other people questions about themselves. Just wonderful human beings. There's a reason why they are so successful. You know,
right?
So, gosh, you guys. Hey, well, that's a wrap up. That's last week in a wrap.
Who would have thought that we'd be here? I did. God, I knew it. We all really knew it. Thank you guys so much for listening. We're so glad that you guys were able to come with us on this. And also thank you guys so much for all the like love. And I mean, you guys were just in the DMs being so supportive.
In the DMs, thank you.
Yeah, I know that Hunter was getting like all of the messages from everyone. And obviously we're so grateful for our citizens, and we love you guys so much. And this was just it's a win for everyone. All right. A win is a win.
A win is a win for all of us, ladies.
When rising tides raise all ships. All right. That part. All right. Love you guys. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can catch a new episode of Model Citizen every Thursday. And please don't forget to follow the podcast so you don't miss any of the action. We want to hear from you. So please leave a rating and review and follow us on socials for all the behind the scenes action at Hunter McGrady and Michaela McGrady. And don't forget, you are worthy, you are loved, and you are capable of doing all wonderful things. Bye, guys.